With Top Gun Maverick coming out this week, I've rewatched Top Gun and here are my thoughts. Top Gun came out in 1986 and was directed by Tony Scott. Tony Scott was eventually hired to direct Top Gun after his Saab commercial, which featured cars and fighter jets alongside each other. And Tony wasn't popular in Hollywood at that time, and it was said this is because of the flop of his previous movie, The Hunger. And while making Top Gun, there was constantly clashes with Paramount Pictures over the creative direction of the film, and during the process of making the film was fired and rehired several times. And with a budget of 15 million, Top Gun ended up making over 350 million and was the highest grossing film of 1986. And if this was taken into present day account, would be over 850 million in the box office. In the casting for this movie, Tom Cruise had turned the role down several times and was first approached to play Maverick in 1983. And Tom Cruise was cast for Top Gun after working with Ridley Scott on the film Legend in 1985. And this is one of the movies that helped him put him into superstardom level. And now getting my thoughts into the film, and starting off with it's the planes and the action in the planes. I think this is the best part about the movie. And whenever it's in the air, whenever they're doing the training or whenever they're flying in the air, I think that's when it's at its best. Also, the shots of the planes and the angles they're able to get off the planes while it was in the air and while the action was going on was really good. And they were able to do this by putting the cameras on the plane and mounting cameras to the cockpit, looking forward over the pilot's shoulders, and also cameras under the belly of the plane and have them under the wings of the plane as well. And I think this all works for the better, as the shots that you're able to see of the planes and the actions you're able to see of the plane is when it's at its best, and that's what it does well. And also, to make it as realistic as possible, they worked with the military and the US government to use real planes and real equipment from the Navy Air Station. And you can tell that whilst you're watching it, you can see the influence and you can see how professional everything looks from the movie. Another thing I really liked about it was Maverick and Goose's relationship. As whilst they weren't in the plane, it wasn't as engaging for me, it wasn't as interesting. However, the relationship between Goose and Maverick and their friendship together was what really brought it together. That's what really carried that part of the movie. And when scenes happen with Maverick and Goose, you can really feel the emotion towards it. However, the relationship between Maverick and Charlie didn't work as well for me, as I wasn't as engaged in that subplot of the movie. A negative when it comes to the movie. However, it is quite straightforward, the plot, and it's quite simple. Not a lot really happened, and it happened in a steady order as well. So my overall thoughts on that, it was an enjoyable movie and is one I think you should watch. However, if you grew up with the movie from that time or watched it from when you was younger till now, I feel like you're having more of an enjoyment for this movie due to the nostalgia elements of it and also the pop culture relevance from when you were growing up to now watching it. However, I still think it's a really good movie and it's one that you should all watch. So let me know your thoughts on the movie down below, and thank you for watching.